And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing Satisfactory. Alright, I have the silica and the quartz coming in right over there. You can just barely see it. Let's see if I can zoom way in here. There it is, right there. Those two there. It's one of each. It's coming in from way up there, behind that building, way up over there. So yeah, good times. Now we want to move on to the bauxite. Now, I just did some math, and holy moly. So the setup here. Okay, let's get my berries. There we are. Get my berries back in my hand. So the math that I'm looking at, I need alclad. I need roughly, well, let's see, 1,218. So roughly 1,220 alclad per minute. Now that translates into a whole lot of setups for aluminum. Because aluminum is one of the things, because it's a fluid-based system, we are limited by how much we can actually push through the system. So if we look at our refinery here, let's get this started. We're going to go one tier 1 refinery and one tier 3 refinery. Do we want to do a space in between? Could maybe do that. Like so. This, let's collapse some of these that we don't need at the moment, is going to be alumina solution. So you can see 100 water a minute, and if we do it the same with this one, 200 water a minute. That's exactly 300 water a minute. That's a huge limiting factor on how fast we can process all of this. So one tier 3 and one tier 1 will give us to exactly 300 water a minute. Now, if we then take a tier 1 and we say you are going to come out here. Where's my line? Can I get a line? There you are. We're going to go a little bit of ways. This is going to be the aluminum scrap. Now this is going to give us back some water. And it would be probably make more sense to do that over here. That way the water is right there and it can loop back and come in right back in here. The problem... Now that I'm looking at this, I want to rethink it. Okay, so let's not have these next to one another, or not have these separated anymore. So alumina solution, and then aluminum scrap. So there's your 360 aluminum scrap. And by my calculations, we need 22 of these setups. 22. Wrap your head around that for a second. That is an insane amount of material. So you can see the output here, 160 plus this 80. That's exactly 240. This one here needs 240. And then it also needs 60 petroleum coke. So we have ourselves a little bit of an issue here. We need... I want to try to get a setup for this. Something that makes sense. Let's go one more out. Like that. And then you are going to come across. 1, 2. Go into there. So these two are going to output silica. And then this one is going to want petroleum coke. So silica is going to be used in the next stage. So I kind of want to include, let's see, where is that? Let's turn my light on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 22 of these, which is 66 refineries. Okay, so the water we are going to need to come in roughly right in here. Okay, and the water supply, and also we're going to need 18 water pumps in order to make this work. So we're going to take this refinery and oh, come on, I want to jump up on there. And remember, we don't want this one to output 300. We want this one to output that's packing. I need unpacking. Where is unpacking? Unpackaging. Unpack it. Easy unpack water. And then we need this to be 240. We need to limit it because we're going to be pulling 60 out of here. So this pipe can then go wrap around here, make this as compact as I can. Now, we're not going to be able to stretch it all the way. That much is obvious. Do that, and we're going to want to pump to make sure. Oh, what am I missing? Rotors. Oh wow, I haven't had to use rotors in a while. Slowly floating down. Okay, rotors. Do I have any rotors in here? I do have a few rotors in here. Nice. It'd be nice to have some more. As you can see, I brought in some of my lovely copper sheets to unpack. I was going to bring in one for pipes, but I ended up discovering that I'm not actually packing pipes. So yeah, I can't unpack them here, so I might want to find something else that I can unpack that I might need, because yeah, we're going to be, as you can see by my little thing over here, we're going to be using a lot of pipe. So I'm trying to think of how best to handle 22 of these setups. I'm doing them up here, so I might want to use this side as well. So the bauxite is going to come in, and we're going to have unpackers. I mean, this is what? I think it's a grand total. Let's see if I know. I still don't have it. This is 140. This is 70. So that's 210 times 22. It's only 4,600 bauxite. I say only. I mean, I've got what? 24,000 bauxite coming in here. Okay, and then let's get these and you. Okay, that's the water. And then bauxite. I think this is a good spot for bauxite. Let's go back a ways. 3 there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll be able to put quite a few of these systems. That is way too close to that. here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go you to there. I'm going to add a splitter. Oh, autosave. Yep. Gotta have the 5 second to 10 second autosave here. All these are painful. Okay, you to you. Now I can take this off. Let's stretch that a little bit more. And add this one here. And these don't need to be super duper fancy, I don't think. That it was a little off. It was a little off. I admit. Where's my line? There it is. And this was only like 140. Yeah, we'll be doing just fine on bauxite. So that's the line for bauxite. I'm thinking we are going to want to change that up a little bit. We don't want it here. So let's do a unpacker or two. One, two. This is going to unpack. Unpack bauxite. And 65%. We're going to do a merger. Right here. And then this can elevator up to there. That's the best way to do that. There. Wow, that worked out like perfectly. Excellent. Okay, so that is one setup minus, I mean, I don't have the water up here yet. But that's 1 out of 22. Let's go over here and look at what are we going to do. Silica we're going to bring up, but I think we're going to bring the petroleum coke up from the bottom, up from below, because this only needs what, 60 per minute. So I mean, that's easily doable. I don't know how we're gonna run that just yet, but these are gonna be my silica return. Well, where do we... Yeah, see, I'm not sure where silica is going to go to. How much are you going to make? You are going to make only 20, and this is what, 40? So we don't need to worry about too much. 1, 2. 1, 2. Merger. Actually, I doubt these are going to connect. Oh my god. Because that's probably automatically connected. But you got to have the merger in before that, otherwise it doesn't see it. Okay, so that's the silica coming out. Now this is going to be fluid. We've got that taken care of already. And then the aluminum scrap, which will be able to fit a little bit. If we look at 2,000 a minute per belt divided by 360, we'll be able to fit 5 setups on one 2,000 a minute belt. And yeah, I'm woefully out of, or low on my, yeah, woefully low. Let's put 9 of you in there and 9 of you in there. And then, oh, why? Stop sticking to the ladder. And now I regret that. I think I was using Mark 5s for this. Go down and then back up again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like so. Might as well see if we can't. Let's see, conveyor Mark 5, and then do this up like that. And then I'm going to need some kind of splitter in here. It's a little wonky. Mark 4. So in the end is a little iffy. So Mark 4 should be plenty for all of these. Don't have any power or anything up here yet. There's a lot of setups to do, and oh my god, so many refineries. Like, so many. Where's my line? There's my line right there. So one refinery there. I might even switch my toolbar. Let's do production. This is going to be, 1 is going to be a regular refinery, and 2 is going to be the Mark IIs. So if I do a Mark II here, and then let's add a pipe, 3 and 4. Why can I build all the way into you? I don't understand. Because I need to leave enough space for the pipe to come through. So that's actually a ways away from that. Let's try to snuggle that in a little closer, like right there. And then we can just jump on another one of these. Refinery 1, Refinery 2. Is that the center? Pretty sure it is. Refinery 1. Refinery 2. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Enough space for the 5th. One more gap. 2. All right, now to try to line these guys up. Is that my line? I see a subtle line over there. I think that's good. If I can find... Oh, there's my line. There's 5 setups. That is enough to fill a 2,000 a minute belt with the aluminum scrap. I mean, there is a there is an alternate recipe in here, but it's me. I don't want to even think about aluminum scrap. And then all of these are going to be alumina solutions. I could box up the alumina solutions, certainly, and ship them off to somewhere else. You know, I might as well add number 5 to that. This should, if I get my, that's the midline, that's the midpoint. Very hard to see. The difference between the midline and the actual output, see, there's the midline. See, that blue line goes all the way into the middle, and then that is the output lined up, which means the blue doesn't go all the way through the middle. So fun times. We're gonna want a merger. Right about there. A merger right about there. 1, 2, 3. Arbitrary distance, since we're going to have a bunch of mergers and such. So these can go away. That little stub can go away. And this can stretch off to the distance. The most tedious part of factory building in this game is lining up your mergers and your splitters. Oh, steel pole. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4-ish. Now, I'm not really paying attention to how much silica I'm making with this setup. Because if we need more silica, oh, we can make more silica. Okay, let's go you. The game is definitely getting stuttery and laggy. I'm really hoping it I'm really hoping it lasts until we get this system up and running. What was this? Mark 3, Mark 4? Yeah, Mark 3 I think is going to be fine. Well, that's way off. That's way off. Sir? Oh, man. There we go, that's better. Alright, the rest of those were pretty good. And again, these are going to be coming in from the bottom. I want to get the pipes in before I take out the foundations, though. And I need to double check. Make sure the fluid and stuff will run. I never did put my pump over here, did I? So, pump for you. And then we can't forget our water supply either. Wow, there's just so much. There's so much to do. Let's do... Yeah, we got to do it on this side. There we go. Wow, I hope we can snake through that. That would be a shame if we weren't able to snake through that. Let's go pipe. And then another pump. Yeah, that little stub, unfortunately, unavoidable. Whew, okay, now I can do the other refinery. Right there. Easy unpack water. And remember, we only need 240 supply. Now, did we leave enough space? Yes. I love it. Pretty much right on this line right here. Yep. I'm so used to hitting number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 for my stacker pulls. That's my standard key that I use. Let's do a splitter here. Can connect that splitter here. And finally a splitter here. Make sure my placement's good. Yeah, this process is going to take a while. So I'm thinking I'm going to want to get more than one episode out of this, because it's going to be hours and hours and hours of work. And I mean, if I was getting 10,000 views on a video, I would have zero problem with doing it. But not getting that many views Means it's very difficult to justify spending 50 hours in something and getting one episode out of it. Did I leave enough space? Oh, I left plenty of space right there. Good. One, two, three, four, five. Is this is 5 setups. This amount of space is 5 setups. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need 22. Get that in perspective there. It's a crazy amount of refineries. Can't even imagine what this is going to be like when it finally, you know, kicks on. Ooh, is that a stub? Ooh, that's a split I can get rid of. Excellent. So what I want to do in order to, you know, not be too boring, you know, still trying to skip a little bit of the grind, the content grind. Is get like one stage of the setup ready to go. You know, one step. So, like, you know, all 22 of these. Really? That one I placed wrong, huh? Never. 1, 2. Yeah, there is a mod that makes refineries far easier at the expense of efficiency. I've chosen to opt out of that for now. Should have thought of it before I started this, but it basically makes it so you can you don't have any like secondary project or products. And let's do a pump. Pump just makes sure the system stays pressurized. Moves the water along. It's a directional limitation. There's one there. Where's my line? There it is. And then this one can swoop out as well. Oh man, I'm low on... Wow. Okay, well that's a good indication that I need to go and refresh some of my supplies big time. All right, well that's going to do it for this episode, and I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.